You can't be biased. It's not, I mean, they have IAs, and my best friend is an IA for Erie, QBE, and cross country. So, I mean, she works for them directly, staff, all that. They have to have a job. They have to have a profession, but it's respect back and forth. If you're taking an extended period of time to do something, give them the same leeway. Don't immediately rush to filing complaints and,
Well, if you sat on the
stomping your
files for
heels.
45 days because you were too busy to get to it, and then you got to it, you wrote the estimate, sent it to them, and then 2 days later they hadn't responded, so you start screaming and hollering about they hadn't responded after you waited 45, that's not a very reasonable stance.
Yeah. So
And
it's
I think
respect.
one thing I wanted to catch on from earlier, Sean kept hitting on something that so many of us don't catch. This is bad faith. They can't do this. They waived their right. Okay, what you're talking about is something that only one person can decide. The judge. We don't get to decide that shit out in the field. And we should never have our process where it relies on what the judge should or should not do. We should have an absolute solid process that goes by what the known laws are. And if they fail at that, then to catch them at that. But we should never be running around believing that because, the contract's ambiguous, right? The judge is going to rule on behalf of the insured. Bro, you can't have anything to do with that. The judge is going to be the final determination of whether that contract was ambiguous and whether it goes towards the benefit of the insured. So when we make these broad statements out there that we are doing harm to the industry, we're doing harm to ourselves. No, the judge is the one that's going to make the decision. We should have our process modeled completely on what the known law is. Whether we like it, agree with it, or not, we must follow that procedure. If we want to get it changed, do what we're doing today. Get involved in the associations. Get involved in what you're doing. And key is to provide something for the boot camp for us. There's a couple of things that made us start the boot camp. Number one, Melanie and I were all alone when we started this. This is a very lonely place to be when you're all alone and the insurance companies have all of their minions coming after you. You're doing depot after depot. All of this shit is a horrible thing when you're by yourself. Number two, public adjusters weren't renewing their licenses. After 2017 legislative, they came in and they actually said, well, what are we going to do about the PAs this year in Texas? And they were like, we had less PAs renew their license. We had less PAs apply for new licenses. So evidently what we did is working. You understand what I said, right? That was the intent. No more new PAs, and the ones that are here quit renewing their license. We wanted to give you a place to where that didn't happen. In doing so, we now want to see reforms. The only way that we're going to see reforms is if we get to an apples and apples conversation versus an apple and an orange conversation. If you're writing estimates completely this way and you're performing claims completely this way, you're doing them this way and you're doing them that way and we're doing them another way, we don't have any product to bring to a legislative body and say, hey, this is absolutely what's going on, because we have people doing the same thing and we can see that we get the results the same way. So in other words, we're creating, for the first time, an industry standard for PAs. Every professional industry has an industry standard, doesn't it? And we don't want to be at the low end. We want the industry standard to be raised. We want everybody to go out, work a process, get something very close to what we have, what we provided, what we know damn good and well works. That way we can have a voice backed up with facts. This is what's really going on in the field. Doesn't matter what you say. Here's the facts of what goes down. You go out to every claim and you write the estimate, and yours is 1,000% more than the insurance company, as is yours and as is yours and as is mine. Right now it looks like we're the crazies. Till it goes to litigation, y'all end up paying fucking exactly what we put down there. For all of us, we all got to the same method there. Then we begin to show what?
Consistency.
The patterns that are necessary
Very
to
methodical.
get things changed. Bad faith. It's not on a single instance, not because you messed up one time. No, it's a pattern of things that you did to get to that bad faith. We have to build that pattern and a general consensus within the industry of this is what a properly performed claim should look like. I believe we've done that.
And then Sean can come in when necessary and pick it right back up. Got a synopsis of
Immediately.
everything you did because you documented it. It's not hearsay, it's business record.